Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Markiss Stone and I'm the host of the Daily Dose. And I would like to welcome you to the next day of your new life. That's right. See, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. What will you do with yours today? Well, Cousin Phil came fashionably late and so did Shelly Jean, but you know they had to dress to impress. It's all good because it is February 20th, 2019, the year of consistency. And you know, guys, somebody needs their daily dose of positivity, inspiration, motivation. We got some chickens, ducks, we got some pet cows in there. I even saw a deer run across the road the other day. But guess what? They all need their antidote. And in order for me to give it to them, I need all of my dosers to do me one favor because I don't know all these animals and peoples. But most importantly today, people who have a job and a career need their antidote. So I'm going to need you guys to Hulk smash the share button so all your employees can hear today's topic because it is going to be lit on this Work Crush Wednesday. That's right. We are going to fall in love with work. We are going to fall in love with work. We are going to fall in love with work today. So share if you got employees or you got some co-workers because today's topic is going to be lit. We're going to do a little bit of falling in love. Oh man, loyal dosers, are y'all feeling good out there? I know I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. Real good. Because it's Work Crush Wednesday, but let's talk about consistency for a little second. Sometimes I don't do my stuff and I get these technical difficulties, but if you guys just hang with me 1 second, they'll be right in there. It has been a weird morning, I tell you. Not being able to work out throws off my schedule a little bit, but it's all good because I'm going to go ahead and provide it anyway. But this is me this morning going ahead and writing in my planner. That's right, I got my gratitudes out of the way. I got my daily, monthly, yearly goals out of the way. I did fail on the snooze button because I'm not working out. So I don't have to get up at 4. I get to get a little bit more sleep. And I'm going to tell you there's good and there's bad to that because I really want to work out, but I don't want to jack up my arm. So I'm just resting. I'm thinking by Monday I'll be back. But I'm still on my yogi. That's right. Getting my hashtag flexi on. That's right. Your boy could do a good old full-blown handstand. And I was even on my tippy toes on there too. Tippy tay to the why my damie. Y'all see that movie Pootie Tang? I'm sorry, y'all know I'm silly. If y'all see that movie Pootie Tang, he say those weird words, whippy tay, my tie by damie. He don't speak no English, but I'm just being silly on this Work Crush Wednesday. But today I got a pretty dope dose, so let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, Lyric, tell them what to do. That's right, hit the share button. Today we are going to talk about falling in love with your job. That's right. I know this is a sore, sensitive subject for some bosses, some CEOs, some owners, some employees. This is a sore, sensitive subject, but let's go ahead and get right into the antidote.
The antidote is defined as a medicine taken or given to counteract a particular poison. Now, Marcus, these people woke up early. They came to your show, The Daily Dose, to get the antidote. Hit them with the antidote.
I was just sitting here thinking about bosses, owners, employees, managers. I'm like, oh my gosh, who is this message going to touch today? But today I got so much content. I want to get right into it because we're going to talk about 5 tips to fall in love with your job. Now, normally I give out 3, but I was thinking about this antidote and I was like, no, I got to bring 5 because I need to hit home today with a lot of you dosers. So tip number 1, you have to decide if this is the career for you. That doesn't matter if you are a manager. That doesn't matter if you're an owner. That doesn't matter if you're an employee. It simply does not matter. You have to figure out, is this for you? Now, here's the deal. When you are sitting here thinking about if this is for you, you got to make sure that you got your ducks in a row and you've exhausted all options to maximize your potential. Because if you're not, you can't just go in there and say this isn't for me, because if you have that kind of attitude and that kind of mindset, you're going to be hopping from job to job to job to job to job. So while you're sitting there thinking, is this career field for me, you really need to decide, is it to the job that sucks or you that suck? Remember we talked about that on NWA, Never Work Again. Does your job suck or do you suck? Now here's the deal. It is okay It's not okay to suck, but it is okay to acknowledge that you're sucking. That's the big key item right there, because a lot of people suck and they don't know it and they don't want to admit it. But the problem isn't you sucking. The problem is you not realizing that you're literally sucking the life out of yourself and you're sucking the life out of the job by not actually doing your job and putting forth the effort. See, you can't always place the blame on everybody else. See, when something goes wrong in my career, the first person I blame myself. Even if I get asked from Christy, what's the deal with this? What's the deal with that? What's up with this person? I always put the blame on myself first. I take full accountability. I take full responsibility for every single thing that happens in my store because I'm in charge of running it. And see, a lot of people don't take full responsibility in your employment when things happen to you. You're very quick to blame other people or blame everything else on someone else, as opposed to taking full accountability and full responsibility for everything that relates to you. Let me give you a few examples. If you are halfway through the month and you're not halfway through your goals, whose fault is that? It is your fault. It is nobody's fault but your own. You can't blame anything on advertising. You can't blame anything on a lack of traffic, because you have this thing called efforts. That's right. And how much effort and energy you put into something yields the results. For example, yesterday I was almost late to the Daily Dose show. Why? Because I spent 40 minutes trying to do a headstand. That's right. You remember, it's been quite a while. If you saw the show yesterday, I was vertical up in the air just like that. I anticipated it would probably take about 10 minutes and it took 40. You know why? I never gave up. I never quit. I was determined to show you guys that I don't just talk it, I walk it. And I put forth the effort and to have that never give up mentality that I was going to accomplish it by any means necessary. And even though it took me 40 minutes, I did it. Even if I would have had to be a little bit late to the Daily Dose, I was going to accomplish that handstand. How many of you guys have that attitude? How many of you guys set a goal of I'm going to sell X amount of product or make X amount of money, and actually be determined every single day to make that happen no matter what? How many of you out there are out grinding, out hustling, out working every single person every single day, being relentless, meaning nonstop? That means no matter what. That means any means necessary. That means no roadblock or obstacle gets in your way and prevents you from accomplishing what's on the other side of that obstacle. How many of you are doing that? So again, I beg to ask you, does your job suck or you? It's okay to suck a little bit. It may be affecting your performance, but rule number one, if you're going to any rehab, is you have to admit you have a problem. So I want you right now, if you suck, I want you to type it in the comments. We're not going to judge you. We are here to help you. Type I suck in the comments right now. I'm going to be reading them and I'm going to reply to them. I want you to dig deep. I want you to find the courage. I want you to find the cojones to take that first initial step and say, you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's not everybody else. Maybe all this cancerous attitude, maybe the things that surrounded by me, maybe the lack of this and that, maybe it's me. I'm in charge of my own destiny. Is my job perfect? No. But man, is there anything that I can do to make myself better? If you acknowledge you suck and you acknowledge that you have a problem, you have the ability to recognize it and you have the ability to change. Therefore, you can yield a different result. It's okay to suck. Acknowledge it and move on. Number 3, a great attitude is vital for your success. That's right. Too many people wake up with just enough time to hop in the shower and drive to work, and you get there and the first thing that you do is you go to the cigarette huddle, or you go to the coffee break machine huddle, or you go to the what happened on TV and The Bachelor and Who's Next and Love and Hip Hop. You go to that circle and listen. Come on. What kind of attitude are you setting the tone for your day? You literally just woke up. You just got to the job. And let's say you don't do all that. But when you get to the job, what do you do to set the tone for the day? Like literally, what is the first thing that you do when you walk through the door? The majority of the time when I walk through the door at my job, I'm giving people high fives. I'm giving them fist bumps. I'm giving them hugs, because I want the tone to be set for the day really, really, really happy. If I walk in with a grouchy attitude, down, yawning, stank breath, just, hey, how's it going? Oh, living the dream. How many of you guys said that? Hit the like button, hit the love button. Hey, how's it going today? Living the dream. What kind of dream are you living in? That sounds like a nightmare to me. You better go back to sleep and wake up with it. Let me pop you an antidote. Get you a different dream, because my dream, I'm in the clouds, baby. I'm soaring up. I'm feeling good. I'm setting the tone for the day. I'm energized. I'm ready to attack the day relentlessly and have a great day no matter what. I woke up, wrote down positive stuff on my planner, and I'm ready to get it. Are you ready to get what? Just literally think about this, guys. This is all about falling in love with your career, because this may not be for you. But again, it may not be for you because it's you. That's the problem. But you haven't realized it yet. So I'm trying to get you to wake up. Number 4. Does your passion live there? That's very important. See, me, I absolutely love my job. Is my job perfect? Not by any means. We have our struggles. We have our obstacles that we're overcoming on a daily basis, but we're striving to be better and better every day. It's kind of like a wavy roller coaster. But you know what keeps me in the game when things get down or when things get out or we may not hit our goal and stuff like that? It's my passion. It's my powerful enough why. It's my faith of a mustard seed. It's that light at the end of the tunnel. Do you have that in your career? Do you truly believe that you are capable of accomplishing your goals with the company that you are with? See, I do. And I also have a passion for training. I have a passion for trying to help other people to achieve their goals. I have a passion to try to influence people to live better lives. I have a passion for putting positivity out there to make people better people before they can become better salespeople. That's why I train with such an emphasis on psychology, perspective, a different way of thinking, so I can help grow people's minds. See, that's a passion of mine. I truly believe that I was put on this earth to help people, and not only do I do it inside of my career, but I do it every day on the dose. So yes, there is passion in doing what I do. So sometimes it does not feel like work. I know the physical form of it is actually called work, but majority of the time it doesn't feel like work. Like, for example, yesterday I hired a new guy and we're in there training, and I'm absolutely just flowing through the thing, and this guy's just having all these light bulb moments like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. And then he tries to think he's going to dupe me, and we're role playing, and he turns into a customer like, well, what about this? And then I overcome it. You should just see his face like, bam. It's like a Mack truck just hit him. Like, man, I didn't know Markiss had all these skills. I watch him on a daily dose, and he's a cool guy, but he's got all the nuggets up here. That's right. You got to learn how to flip that switch, baby. But I'm in love with what I do. It's passion because I absolutely love it. It's what I breathe. It's what I sleep. It's what I'm excited to do every single day. Do you feel that way about your career? Does your passion live there? Does your passion live there? If not, it may be time to reevaluate something. Matter of fact, have you ever even thought about your passion? Have you thought about what you're passionate about? Have you taken the time to have some me time and just sit there with a pen and a pad or an iPhone or an Android and say, what makes me tick? What makes me fall in love? What am I passionate about? Have you taken the time to do that? Well, if it hasn't, then you can't. If you haven't, then you can't place blame on anything else for your shortcomings, because you haven't attacked with relentlessly what you're passionate about, what you care about, what makes you you, what makes you unique, what makes you tick, what makes you fantastic. So I encourage you, try to find a little bit of me time, and don't give me that excuse you ain't got time. You got time for Facebook, you got time for Instagram, you got time for Twitter, you got time for Snapchat, you got time for Netflix, you got time for Hulu, you got time for all these commercials, you got time for everything else, but you ain't got time for yourself? What? Come on now. I know somebody's feeling me on that one. Hit me with the likes, hit me with the love, and shower your boy with it so we can get in the tip number 5. Make the commitment. Now, if we've gone down the list right now and you still feel like that this career or this job that you're at right now is the place that you need to be because, okay, maybe I suck a little bit, maybe they suck a little bit. It's a two-way street. We both acknowledge we suck, but at least it's not bad enough to where we can't both progress and move on so I can really enjoy this career of mine. And then you say, you know what, I'm going to spend some me time. You right, Markiss. I haven't been working on myself. I've been working on everybody else, living for everybody else. And it's time for me to start living for myself at this place that I'm in 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. Okay, I feel you, Markiss. I got my antidote today. I appreciate you. Now you really got to make the commitment. Remember, just like you decided to be exclusive in that relationship that you made a commitment. You said it's me and you against the world. Do you have that me and you against the world mentality when it comes to your job? I know it may be tough sometimes. I know you may not like the employee handbook. I know you may not like some of the things your owner do. I know you may not like some of the things that your boss do. I know you got some negative Nancys and terrible Todds hanging out at work. But guess what? They have the ability to change it. I read this book called Fish one time that talks about how one of the a worldwide known fish market up in Seattle went from being the worst place ever to the best place that you can go buy fish on a fish market in the United States. People travel from all over the world to come see this fish market, all because of 4 principles that they made at work. I know I wasn't supposed to talk about this. I talked about another topic, but I'll bring it up again for you new dosers. Number 1, they made the choice that they were going to be a happier workplace. They made the choice every single day. When they woke up, they made some sort of choice that today was going to be a fantastic day. Number 2, they decided to be there, meaning when they're at work, they are at work. They are handling business. They are doing what the job requires of them. Number 3, they had to make their customers' day, meaning the people who visited their place of employment, they had a sense of obligation to make them feel good, to be happy. And then last but not least, they had fun. If you apply those 4 principles, I promise you, you will have a better work relationship with your employer. You will have a better work relationship with your fellow employees, and you will fall passionately in love making that commitment with your career. So let's go ahead and go down the checklist real quick. It's not the little bit more checklist, but y'all know I have a little technical difficulties. Just follow along with me. Is it for you? Think about that for a second. Before you answer that really quickly, dig deep. Dig deep. Take some self-ownership. Evaluate yourself. Don't be so quick to judge everybody else. Number 2, does the job suck or you? It's okay if you suck. You just got to realize it. And I know it's tough to admit when you're wrong. I know it's tough to admit that things aren't going the way you wanted to and life isn't panning out and working out the way you want to. But rule number 1 is you got to admit. You got to admit that you suck. Heck, there's sometimes I feel like I suck. And that makes me step my game up and elevate my game and go back to the drawing board and do more research and stick with modern technology and modern terms and things that's up to date right now so I can grow and be better. But first, you got to admit you suck. Number 3, a great attitude is vital to success. You don't want to be a negative Nancy or a terrible Todd. You don't want to be contributing to that. If that's you, again, self-evaluation. It all falls on yourself. Number 4, do you have the passion there? Have you taken the time to evaluate yourself? Figure out what makes you happy. If you haven't done that, you can't place blame any single place else. It all starts with you. And number 5, you have to make that commitment. If all the stars are lined up and you know that there's some things that need to be worked on, but you're in it for the long haul, then make the commitment just like you did in that relationship to make this work by any means necessary. So when people get married, they say their vows and they say for better or worse. So sometimes some worse type of stuff happens. And you just got to realize I said I was going to be committed through the worst. There's some stuff that goes on in my job and it's for the worst. And I said I'm there for the worst. But you just got to acknowledge that this is just a bump in the road. Life isn't about what happens. It's about how you react to what happens. Every day I wake up with a 24-hour-a-day mentality ready to attack. There's days that go by where we aren't as productive as we need to be. We use that as a lesson to say, hey, we recognize that things weren't great. What are we going to do to tweak that a little bit so we don't repeat this? And then we rinse, wash, repeat. Rinse, wash, repeat. We aim, shoot, adjust. Aim, shoot, adjust. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with your boy today. I really hope you take these tips to fall in love with your job. And if ultimately all the stars didn't align for you, then get another one. There's plenty of them out there. You just got to fight hard enough, baby. If you plan to see your boy in April in Orlando, 4th and 5th, just know at Hustle and Grind Con, I will be a roundtable speaker, if that is right. If you guys haven't gotten your tickets, you can go to hustlegrind.net. In Orlando, Florida, April 4th and 5th, it will be a conference that will change your life just like it did mine. Ever since then, I will tell you what, this is the honest to God truth. I've never been more consistent by myself my entire life after attending this conference, networking with the people that I network with, establishing the relationships that I've established with people. I've never been more consistent in my entire life after I visited this conference. Is it going to cost a little money? Yeah. Will it maybe break the bank a little bit? Yeah. Will it absolutely change your life? If you're new to the Daily Dose and somebody tagged you in this post, feel free to go to my profile and hit the following and hit the See First button so you can always get your antidote. You don't have to wake up every day 6:30 and watch me live. Catch me in the news feed. Catch me while you're brushing your teeth. Catch me while you're in the shower. Catch me while you're driving to work or at work. And if you need positivity all day long, hop on over to the Daily Dose group. Also, just know that I got the swag too. I gotta plug the swag. I don't care if you like double D's, that stands for Daily Dose, by the way, or I don't care if you're into fitness. I got the antidote in the store. So, Markiss, take us out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose. I hope you got your antidote today. Your daily dose of positivity, inspiration, and motivation. Check me out every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time Zone on Facebook Live. And don't forget to Hulk smash that share button.
I'm just here to make the world smile and change people's lives. Y'all have a fantastic hump day. I ain't forget about all you fitness people. Get that hump in check. Peace.